And breaking tonight at 7, an apparent drug deal gone wrong, leaving 2 people dead in Fairfax County. We're live on scene to bring you the very latest.
Plus, we'll show you how people across the DMV are honoring the men and women who lost their lives serving our country on this Memorial Day.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us for DC News Now at 7 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Tasmin Mahfouz. Breaking tonight, 2 people are dead. 2 others are in the hospital after what appears to be a drug deal gone wrong in Falls Church, Virginia.
Yeah, 2 of the people, according to police, were shot. 2 of them stabbed. The ones who were shot have died. DC News Now's Northern Virginia reporter Max Marcilla joining us live from the scene there. Max, what are you learning? I know it's been a busy afternoon there.
That's right. It's a busy afternoon, not just for the people out here watching to see what's going on in their neighborhoods, but for police as well. We're going to show you their investigation continues into what will be a 4th hour here in the Falls Church portion of Fairfax County. So Fairfax County detectives are working. You see the scene down there. It's an apartment complex, and just beyond that is sort of a wooded trail area that looks like they've been searching for a while. Now, we did hear and confirm with police that there was someone detained. We do not know if they are a suspect, if they're just being questioned. We do not know confirmed any details on that, but it just goes to show that police are working really hard to figure out what happened. To set the scene, as you mentioned, Chris and Tasmin, this was 4 people were hurt, 2 injured and are in the hospital, will survive. Those are juveniles, they're kids. The other 2 were adult men and they were shot, and they are dead tonight. So it's really a tough scene. We've been speaking with people in this neighborhood who say something like this just doesn't happen. One person actually saw one of those people she described as a teenager who was stabbed, and said it was a moment she'll never forget.
I was distraught. I mean, I saw him and we made direct eye contact, and he just looked like flushed. He looked like there was no life in his eyes. He looked traumatized. And it looked like his arm was dead weight. The way he was holding it was just like, it looked so heavy. And I was just like, oh my God.
All right, police still investigating at this hour. We'll have a full wrap up of everything they've learned and have shared with us on your DC News Now news at 9. Reporting live in the Falls Church portion of Fairfax County, I'm Max Marcella, DC News Now. Back to you.
Marcella for us tonight. Thank you, Max.
All right, let's check in now. Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb. And Janessa, we just saw from Max's live shot there, a lot of rain in Fairfax County right now.
Yeah, we had multiple waves of rain that have made their way across the region. At this point, it's been pretty repetitive all morning and afternoon long. So let's take a look at what is happening across the district. It is moving fairly fast. We've seen about a ½ an inch of rain across areas of the metro area and surrounding counties. And so now we're starting to dry out. We'll keep drizzle in the forecast for the next hour or so, but you can see kind of the broader view of things. Here's the center of circulation. It's kind of hard to see. It's just outside of the Raleigh-Durham area, from Durham to Greensboro, then crossing over that Mason-Dixon line into VA. And so what we are dealing with some outer bands making their way into Charlottesville and our region. So right now, Rockville into areas of Silver Spring, Lay Hill, Eldnor, you're dealing with a good moderate soaking rain across that area that continues to be fairly persistent. This is going to lift to the north and to the west, and so the Mountain State region, 4-state region, Hagerstown, Washington County, you're up next. Also a few bands that are bouncing off the Chesapeake Bay, making their way onshore. Some of these pockets and these cells do have embedded thunder associated with them, and so we'll keep storms in the forecast through midnight. It's starting to be a fairly toasty in some of our areas, but we have a huge warm up in the forecast. I'll break that down coming up.
All right, Janessa, thanks. We'll see you then. Meanwhile, developing right now at 7, President Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy have released a 99-page bill that suspends the U.S. debt limit through 2025, but it still needs to pass both the House and Senate. The agreement avoids a federal default while limiting government spending. The bill funds Medicare for veterans and claws back $30 billion in unspent COVID relief money. It also expands work requirements on federal public assistance programs like SNAP. The agreement keeps non-defense spending roughly flat in the 2024 fiscal year increases it by 1% the next year. The agreement, though, is not a done deal yet. It could face opposition from both liberal and conservative members of Congress. Leaders on both sides are working to whip up support ahead of a vote in the House on Wednesday. All right, this deal also included an agreement that would provide the controversial Mountain Valley Pipeline.
Yeah, so that's a natural gas pipeline that will carry fuel from West Virginia to Virginia. Now, Senator Joe Manchin has taken credit for getting the pipeline's approval into the debt ceiling deal. The project has been a priority for Manchin, who's facing re-election next year. The pipeline has faced years of litigation because of concerns about its environmental impact. Now, an appeals court recently stopped its progress, citing violations of stormwater and water quality requirements. Virginians along the pipeline's construction path have also reported dirty water. And developing right here in the district, D.C. water officials are issuing a boil water advisory for some customers in Northeast.
Yeah, officials say customers should only drink, cook, or brush their teeth with water that's been boiling for at least 1 minute. An advisory covers this area. You see it here highlighted in orange. It is the Fort Lincoln, Woodbridge, and Langdon neighborhoods. D.C. Water says the advisory is because of a loss of water pressure for some customers. It'll be in effect until at least tomorrow. You can visit the D.C. Water Twitter account to get a closer look at a map of the impacted areas.
And today is Memorial Day, and people across the DMV are honoring those who have died for our country.
Yeah, in Frederick, Maryland, people gathered for Memorial Day ceremony at Mount Oliver Cemetery. RNA Simmons was there and spoke with families at the event who were remembering their loved ones.
And Jake was my good friend, and Memorial Day is about family, and it's about friends, and it's about all the connections that we make in our life.
Shanta DeFalco says she takes this day to remember her friends and family who fought for our country while sharing her family's military history with her children. Donna Freitag also has military family members and memories.
My husband served in the United States Army. He was a paratrooper, proud of that. My dad was in the military. He was in World War II, Korea, and then the Honor Guard after that.
Past Commander Wayne Kaiko lets his granddaughter participate and join in on the ceremony.
Part of our pillars, children and youth, and so if we can instill these values in the children and youth, it's just that much of an icing on the cake for us. So.
DeFalco adds it's a day citizens should be grateful for.
There are ideals that we have in this world that are bigger than who we are as individuals, and some of those ideals are freedom and maintaining this lifestyle that we're so blessed as Americans to live.
And families who lost a loved one showed their support by wearing a red poppy. That flower is a symbol for support of veterans. It remembers soldiers who have given their lives for their country and honors their dedication and sacrifice. Reporting in Frederick, Maryland, Anais Simmons, DC News Now.
And this afternoon, President Joe Biden spoke at Arlington National Cemetery to honor fallen soldiers. He emphasized the importance of remembering the sacrifices made to protect American democracy.
Throughout history, these women and men laid down their lives, not for a place or a person or a president, but for an idea, unlike any other idea in all of human history. The idea of the United States of America. This sanctuary honors that sacrifice and tells their stories. And in turn, it tells our story, the American story.
The president also acknowledged the pain and loss felt by Gold Star families and shared his personal experience of losing his son, Bo, who died from cancer after being deployed in Iraq. Now, before the president's address, DC News Now contributor Jimmy Alexander visited the cemetery to talk to families honoring their loved ones.
So today, here at Arlington National Cemetery, the public has an opportunity to participate in our second Flowers of Remembrance Day. It provides a really unique opportunity for the visiting public to come up and lay a flower at the tomb of the unknown soldier.
Memorial Day weekend here in Washington, D.C. is very special, and people travel from all around, really, the world. And one person here who's from California is you, Tiffany, and tell us what your weekend has been like.
Peaceful and pleasant. I'm here to honor the memory of my late fiance and just celebrate his life.
Tell me about him.
His name is Marcus. He's from California as well. He was killed in Afghanistan in 2009 in Kandahar. And he's a great, fun-loving guy who loved to play football.
How proud would he be that you were here on Memorial Day weekend?
Being that he was a prankster, he probably would think it was a joke. So I know him really well. He probably would feel honored that it's been 14 years and I still come as much as I can every year to honor him.
What was it like being here on Memorial Day weekend?
It's definitely like humbling being here, knowing that the people that served before us, like she said, we're all in the Army. We're all 3 staff sergeants.
Rewarding in the sense of knowing all of these people who came before me laid down their lives and they paid the ultimate sacrifice for our country and for our freedoms.
Many coming together, especially at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, and placing those flowers and staying so silent in respect.
My father served in the Army, his father served in the Army, and my other grandfather served in the Army. And I really needed to come here on Memorial Day weekend and just pay my respect to all the soldiers who lost their lives. Getting to put the rose on the tomb was incredible. There's no words to match it.